Good morning, good day. Bharat, India, world, UN, problems here and there everywhere. Our problems have to see urgently, but we are sleeping. Yes, we are sleeping. We are not caring about ourselves. We people of this country have become sleeping. Sleeping mode, we have reached sleeping mode. Access of everything is bad. Access of everything is always bad. Excess of everything must be avoided, but we have been sleeping, just enjoying useless dreams. We people of Bharat, India, who constituted ourselves for this constitution, which is sovereign, socialist, democratic, republic, and secular. But we are not. In practical life, in 2019, we have forgotten our structure, we have forgotten our targets, we have forgotten our philosophy, we have forgotten our, you can say, principles on which we were constituted. We have become selfish people in this country. We do not respect ourselves and we do not respect others. We are just living for existence and for survivals, just like a person who believes in avarice or greed. We have reached to that status, unfortunately. Of course, we are a big population, and I think big population is a problem towards this. When there is excess supply, where too much excess supply, demand is not or does not exist there. Same thing happens in our country. Excessive population, excessive problems, and no values of human beings. That is what modern Bharat, modern so-called New India is, which is in fact a, you can say, oldest India, oldest Bharat, useless Bharat, principleless Bharat, no affinity to nation, just pomp and show, just like a trader shows in showrooms various articles. We are same. Constitution is for namesake for public, and they don't understand that because they don't want to understand that. Constitution has no meaning because people do not know constitution. This is legal meaning, but this is not social meaning. People do not know it, and people do not intend to know it. They want to know only in imagination. There is constitution, it's not implementable. They don't understand what is constitution and what for we drew this constitution and what for we applied this constitution to us. They do not know anything. They know only speech. I am very happy that old people, old generation that was not very much educated, were more brilliant, were more comprehensive than what we people educated today lot are. We are not very well in our comprehension. We don't value our country. We don't value ourselves. We only value luxurious life, comfortable life, living to live a way that we should enjoy, and we don't care for others. That is what is happening, which is not acceptable to a citizen like me. Maybe I am one of those crores and I'm not known to someone, and I may be considered useless. I may be considered whatever you may say, because it happens when you work on internet, Facebook type pages, and you see what people think about you. Let them think about me whatever they want to think. I least bother because I am not dependent upon those people. They are just believers of some human being and not of nature and not of God. Once you consider a person above yourself and above nation, that nation certainly shall go to sea bottom, and that is what's going to happen. Our hearts have died, our conscience has died, our minds have died, our philosophy has died, and we have died. We are living as a body, as a machine, as a robot only. That is unfortunate. 135 crores people in this country, and they are not serious enough, and they have been sleeping for the sake of sleeping, just to pass time of this life without any achievement, just to leave this world without any concrete weight on their future CVs. Well, you may not understand that, but CV is very important for future also, means post that or when you leave this body and go overseas, abroad, on God's home, you need your definition, you need your proposals, and that proposal will be reflected on your curriculum, but it's already available where you have not done any achievement here. I'm talking about problems existing in this country. Biggest problem currently is Jammu and Kashmir, which cannot be avoided, which cannot be concealed. We cannot conceal this problem. We conceal ourselves, cheat ourselves. If you want to cheat yourself, you cheat yourself. If you don't discuss it, don't discuss, cheat yourself. You're just living in a delusionary, illusionary world that there's no such problem. Problem is there. Even if Modi says in USA there is no problem, everything is fine, his statement does not mean anything, because people know what's problem there. There's not one problem, there is no two problem, there are many problems. There's a queue and chain of problems, there's a blockchain of problems. Problems and problems and problems. There is no sector left in this country in 2019 where there is no problem. Hardly you'll find any sector or some sector area around our country where no problem exists. Country is full of problems, and it should be, because there are 135 crores of people, and problems must be there, because you cannot fulfill demands of everyone, aspirations of all people. But it is duty of government to consider this and speak at least truth. They should deliver truth statement. Just keeping yourself in darkness and saying I am right, and just if so, ask someone how do you do, you'll say, oh yeah, I am fine, even though you may not be fine. But that is informal, just between two persons. But here's the question: two persons, a responsible position person like the Prime Minister should not speak such nonsense statement that everything is fine, everything is fine. We know it is not fine, and the whole world knows. When suppose I say it about Trump says today, yes, everything is fine, America, who will believe that? It's not fine. Everyone knows. Even if Trump says it is fine, it's not fine, it's known. Newspapers are available, news are available, transmission, everything is available. We know it's happening every year. So how can you hide something? This means you will be caught, you are a liar. And that's what happens. If you say Trump says fine, if suppose China says everything, it's not fine. No, there is a dispute with China and the USA, and there are so many other disputes going on. If you and journalists have been more, you can session 74 is going on, you find what they're talking about. Yesterday I was just listening about journals. This was a session of journalists, you can say media freedom. They're talking about media freedom. The conference was in UN, conducted by, or you can say arranged by Canada and England, the joint session, where various country ministers were sitting. Prime Minister of Sudan was sitting, Prime Minister of Ethiopia was sitting, Estonia was sitting, some others were sitting, many journalists were there. It's ongoing. I was just attending, talking, I just online and watching that. Journalism is a big problem. There is this, I said, it's a very big problem around the world. Yes, it's a fact that no government is involved. There should be news against that government. Nobody wants that. Even American people don't want that. American Trump doesn't want any news against his presidency, because they cannot digest that. See, we are advancing world is moving very fast, scientifically, technically, and there someone is going to moon, someone is going to space, and US is going to space. They are advancing, but they don't want any news against them. Why don't you want news against you? News is news. You have to face it. It's a solution. You want to hide reality. You want to hide facts that people have been suffering about. You don't want to show that you're suffering, but that we know everybody is suffering. What is down, everything is there. 7 billion people have been suffering, but we don't want to disclose that. If somebody writes against some prime minister, some president, that president doesn't like that. It's all over the world. It's not simply our country. But this is not solution. You have to accept, you have to digest, you have to welcome your criticism. One has to welcome, and that is called brilliant democracy. This is a brilliant presidency and brilliant prime ministership. You are not for yourself, you are public. You have to solve problems. If somebody tells you this is wrong, you should accept that. What's wrong with that? But it's not having, everybody wants to polish others and show that I am yours. Journalists are never for someone. This is principle of journalism. Journalists should be neutral, and must be, but they are not. You see, in our country, all television anchors and all that, they are not journalists now. They are TV shows. There you can say they are film. They are making films. They are making episodes. I cannot call any television channel as journalist or reporter, or you can say anchors, because they are not displaying, they are not demonstrating that they have been working out the requirements of profession. They are not doing that. Unfortunately, they are getting salary, they are getting money, public is paying them, but they are not delivering services for what public is paying. They are cheating, they are robbing our money. But public is helpless. They're helpless because they get no solution. Same thing in Indian Express, for example, Times of India, whatever newspaper you see, they will just go on to say, as supporting government, they should not support government. This is not their duty to support government. Their duty is give correct news, they news. They are none should not attach to anyone. We are paying them, everybody is paying them. You buy newspaper, you pay something, you're paying for internet, you are paying for television channels. They should deliver to you, they should return to you for you paid, but they are not doing that. Even in England, they are not doing that. Even in America, they are not doing that. It's happening. Trump doesn't want to say anything against that person. If American acts like this, what should others do? They have been killed. For example, this latest development of MBS means Mohammed bin Salman, King's Prince, second Kingdom, Saudi Arab Prince, you can say MBS called Mohammed Salman, who talked about this Khashoggi, who was Kingdom of Saudi citizen working Washington Post and was in Turkey murdered by in Turkey embassy, and that person didn't accept that. This king prince didn't accept that. But he says it was done under my watch, and I'm not responsible for that. If it was done under my watch, because I'm MBS, I am prince of this country, and not responsible for that. This was interview statement of this. I'm just giving an example to this. Every country is doing like that. They do not want to see any news against them. But there was a conference yesterday. I just watched that on UN side conference. This conducted by UNESCO head, and just found so many solutions, so many answers from so many presidents and many ministers. What I'm saying is, journalism cannot be killed. It should not be killed. If you kill journalism, means you are killing yourself. You are thinking that you are being appreciated. If a government thinks being appreciated, if a prime minister thinks being appreciated, it is lost to that prime minister. No prime minister can be appreciated. Public can never be satisfied by your functions. Keep in mind, when you do work, there must be some errors, there must be some overlooking, there is some, you can say, missing item. So people cannot be satisfied, but you have to see first yourself that you have delivered what you want to do. If you have delivered 40%, 50%, people shall get happy. This is all over there. But don't try to hide, don't try to issue lies, don't try to fake a statement just like Modi did in the USA. Everything is fine in every affair. Nothing is fine. He knows. Everybody knows. Even a kid in this country knows, and kid in America knows that we are not fine. Everywhere we know we are not fine, but we are saying everything is fine. Millions of workers are coming from Gulf back to this country, and millions of workers come from else. We are getting rise in unemployment. We are getting downfall of business, and we are getting economical become a fired one. And we have no sector. Kashmir is a burning issue, and Nagaland is going to be a burning issue, and there are many issues, political issues and other issues and national issues. Government's responsibility is to look after that and solve them, if not in one go, in 100 goes, but they have to do efforts. But this is happening. Just going to say we are happy, everything is happy. You are cheating self, you are cheating yourself, you are downgrading your personality. One should say, yes, there is a problem, accept the problem. That person called the dynamic person, the smart person. If you say, yes, there is a problem and we are working on to solve that, that is a professional, that is, you can say, it's diplomatic answer, and that's a fact one. That we are working on, we are not sleeping. Yes, there is a problem, there must be a problem. It's a country, there are so many billion people. It should be a problem, there should be a problem. Every country has a problem. Which country doesn't have a problem? Tell me. Which country doesn't have a problem in this advanced stage? Every country has a problem. You cannot have a problem free if you are a country. You are a dynamic society, there must be a problem. How can you say there is no problem? If you say there is no problem, you are not working. If you say there is no problem, you are not working. If somebody says, I don't have I have a clean image. Yes, you have a clean image because there's no reflection of your work. So why should some head of a state worry about that? You are their head of a state, you are their prime minister or president, because there are problems. Otherwise, there is no need of your position. People shall handle themselves. If the Prime Minister says there's no problem, is that Prime Minister is not working. Simply, you are not working, Mr. Modi. You are not working. That's why there's no problem. How can you say there's no problem? Don't you feel for a second even what you're talking about? People are joking about you. You may get award, you may get something. Who bothers about that? There's no meaning of an award. To an extent, people are not happy. Is Kashmir not a problem? You think so? If you think Kashmir is not a problem, you are not a Prime Minister. You cannot be called a Prime Minister. You are a thoughtless person. You are a lunatic person in that case. No mind with you. You are not thinking, you are not working for people. About 1 crore people have been put in jail for so many, since the 5th of August, today is about 54th day or 55 day, whatever number of days it is. And you're saying there's no problem? There's no problem, factories are closing down. There's no problem, economic is down. There's no problem, banks. There's no problem, people have jobs. Rising prices of commodities, there's no problems. You don't consider the problem, then what problem is then? What is problem then? If there is no problem, better go and leave it. Khalas, people will understand this one. You're saying there's some problem, everything's fine. So, stupid statement. You cannot hide anything these days. Even if you try to hide, you cannot hide. Somebody will tell that. You cannot hide. You cannot blame for your own actions. You cannot blame others. You cannot. You're blaming other country. Why? How is other country involved on your actions? My question is that. I have nothing to do with Pakistan. I have nothing to do with UNO. I have nothing to do with Amnesty. I have nothing to do with EU. I have nothing to do with someone else. I have to do with my country. Tell me what you did and why you did. Did you study thoroughly what you did? Did you understand it thoroughly? Because this is not your personal family. This is not your personal life. This is for people of this country. This is for the state of this country. This is a question of existence as well, a future of 1 crore people of Jammu and Kashmir. Did you think that thoroughly, or you just want to do it for sake of you want to do it and just get a name that I did it and nobody did it? If that is your motto, that is your destination, it is a dangerous destination. You have taken risk for lives of 1 crore people without thinking, and still they are under clamp of yours. It is inhumanity. I'm not saying inhumanity, inhumanity. You have no conscience in your body, in your mind. You are not a man even, not a person even, not a human even. If you are not caring for 1 crore people in one go, 54 days or 55 days, 54, let us say 5th of August, say, so let's say more than 54 days, 53 days. You have no degree of feeling among you. You have no degree of generative emotions among you. Why? After all, you are a human being. You are responsible to that action which you have taken without considering any plus and minus of that, without considering any good or bad of that. You have taken that decision and you are standing now without any solution. You have brought this nation, though people may not realize this, balance of people, other people in the country, they are not serious and they are not realizing it. I don't mind about that because they are not getting complete information from JNK. There's complete blackout information. Television channels are not telling anything, radios are not telling anything, print media are not telling anything. If they are not getting information, it's not their fault. But once they get information, they will really react on that. Because you wanted to hide something. But you are not able to hide because you are not exclusive media of this world. There are other mediums also. Those who have nothing to take from here, nothing to take from our country, they have no interest in you. They will speak correct. They will speak. They will say your bhakts may say anything. Who bothers about you? Who are hopeless and these cow dung filled mind bhakts. They have no analytical mind. They have no mind to think. They cannot speak anything. They cannot write anything against you because they are your slaves. But I am not your slave. Public is not your slave. Whole world is not your slave. There can be 10 crore slaves for you, but not all slaves in this country. People can think if they know information, they are not getting information. That is because of your cheap standard of governance. If you want to hide information, means you are not a brilliant prime minister. You are not a brilliance of government. You don't know governance. You just want to hide something for sake of your safety, and that is not acceptable. That's not reliable as well. Because one day or second day or third day or some other day, truth shall come out, to reveal to public, and then you have to suffer. And this man cheated us. Simply saying that people say that. They cheated. And just like you cheated economical promises you made in 2014, you cheated public, and you came again to this seat because of EVM cheating and nothing to credibility at all. And now you are doing that, which again bad. What solution do we have? We have to know that ultimately certain solution has to come. How long can you keep people like this? You don't know that. And you also done something, but you don't know what's consequences. You know, you are trying to say terrorism action is this, prevention of this. This is not terrorist prevention action. How? You have 8 lakh or 9 lakh military there, police there, security forces there around. How can terrorists enter now? There's no way how they can enter. It's all fake statements. It's all fake thoughts. If 9 lakh or 8 lakh police or security cannot protect infiltration of terrorism, what they are doing and what you are doing? No danger at all. It's just a fake statement, just a falsifying your mind, falsifying people, just cheat people, covering information. And unfortunately, people are not thinking. Union Court is not thinking. Our apex court is not doing its job to an extent. Jammu and Kashmir issue is concerned. To an extent, EVM issue is concerned. Court is silent spectator. It doesn't understand, it doesn't know, it knows, but maybe they are afraid. They have been warned not to do this. So what court shall do? If court is under threat, if court is on the chain, under warning, what about myself, yourself? One should speak correct. If you speak truth, you are an honest man. If you mind to hide truth, you are a dishonest man. And dishonesty has got no meaning in my consideration, at least. If somebody lies to me, I don't respect that man, whatsoever big stature, highest stature that person have. I don't care about that, because falsification means self-cheating and cheating others and cheating your God. Yes, there is a way to speak or divert using certain formula, but plainly saying that this is wrong or this is right is not right. If you speak false, you cannot forget that false, and you will keep that false, and to justify that falsification, you will use another falsification, and then another falsification, and then other, and so forth, and so on and so forth. So falsification is not recognized in my brain. I don't recognize that. I should use falsification. Yes, better keep silent. If you don't want to speak truth, keep silent. That's better. But just saying everything is okay, this means nothing is okay. If somebody says there's no problem, I shall not accept that, because no country can be free of problems. And your country is not idealistic one. There were problems even when Ram was here. There were problems when Krishna was here. There were problems when Harishchandra was here. There's no time in history which was problem free. Only you are claiming there's no problem, and this is a falsification of yourself and falsification of ourselves and falsification of everyone. You cannot say why you're talking like this overseas. It doesn't matter. Nothing is overseas in this world nowadays. It's complete global. When the computer is there, information flow is very fast, everything happening. You cannot avoid that. If you avoid that, you're stoning yourself. Nobody is stoning you. You are stoning yourself. You're taking action, hitting your leg and feet, and you're breaking yourself. So one should be clear about approach these days. In current, you cannot and you do not better harm these people whom you have been harming personally. Kashmir is one issue currently, but it's not all issue, it's not every issue. There are other issues which keep coming in, and this is a nation. Issues shall keep coming in. One should be able to solve them, and that is called efficient governance, and efficient government, and public should care about that. And if you hide something from public, means you are cheating public as well. You ask anyone, I ask so many, but what about this? People don't know what's happening in Kashmir. Majority of people currently don't know what's the status of Jammu and Kashmir law and order and public safety or not safety or public existence or not existence. People are not aware of that because no news is reaching them. It's because of your instructions to television channels not to address such thing and not to, you can say, publish such news, and that is the reason people are aware of that. But don't take it forever. Don't take it for granted that you have successfully done it. If you hide something, you have to pay many times to public then. Many times, not in terms of financial gains, but in other gains. People shall react in a way you cannot digest that one. Then you will speak another lie, and then you will speak another lie. So you are a liar. If you used to speak lies, means you're a liar, and liar cannot be trusted. No lawyer can be trusted. I cannot trust a liar. Even to if in my family someone lies to me, I don't accept that. Please don't lie. Speak truth. If you speak truth, we can get some solution to that problem. Even if it's against them, we can solve that. If you keep lying and lying and lying, means we cannot think of solution. How to solve them? So why do you lie on such a big issue of Kashmir, saying that everything is normal? You are lying, your governor is lying, your relative is lying. Lying has no solution. You better give solution. If you don't have solution, ask someone or ask public debate or ask public contribution towards solution. But you are not doing that. Everything is fine, and it means nothing is fine. If you give responsibility of regard to the maintenance to public or to cooperative society, nobody will take care of that. If you give responsibility to one person, it shall be taken care of. Same thing happens to a nation. If a prime minister lies, people trust, and this is a danger. Then you can say it's a danger. Why are following Pakistan philosophy? They do that. Why you are doing that? If Pakistan is used to some malfunctioning with you, why are you reciprocating that? Why are you doing same thing? Don't do same thing. You are a big country. India is not small. Bharat is not small. We are a leading country in the world, and we are aspiring status of highly intelligent society, and that highly intelligent society and highly good conduct society cannot follow that principle which you are talking about. You don't know what problem you have caused. You just caused that problem, and you don't even know what is solution of that. So what's the meaning of governance then? What's your governance status? What is your parliament status? If you don't know solution, just create problem. Before creating problem, you must have analyzed each and every aspect. But you didn't do that. You just wanted to show the proof that you have done something extraordinary, outstanding since 1947, and which is not a good criteria of understanding, criteria of foundation of a good projection of your image. You projected your image in a better way, but this image automatically, gradually getting diminished. It's getting dented, and you cannot control that. I don't know why you have caused this problem, first of all, and now you have caused this problem, you have no solution for that. Who will solve it then? Then public shall solve it. Just imagine, just imagine a different kind of war, a civil action, for example, from other country. But I understand, apart from news and various videos, that our counterpart enemy is trying to enter that area, possibly not with military, but with civilians. It is expected. How many videos I have seen, how I understand what that prime minister talks and what people of that country talk. Something is generated that way, that there may be less military action but more civil action. People may enter, start, can say, conflicting with army, our sister forces, and this will be very havocing, very dangerous one. You may say there will be killings, there will be shot firing, and thousands or maybe lakhs of people lay their life from both sides, both ends. That situation shall be very, very dangerous for coming times. We may have to lose many lives of both security forces and civilians. That situation where problem is not solved yet. Maybe according to you, Kashmir problem is solved. That is your imagination. That is your contemplation. The problem is solved, but problem is not solved. Problem is not solved at all. It has been multiplied. It has thrived. Those people who have been suppressed by you, oppressed by you since 5th of August, now more than 54 days. You think they are living for you? You think those around 1 crore people are thinking for you? You think they have been giving, you can say, oh, very good, Moses delivered to you best wishes. Do you think so? You think they want your way to live? You think they are so stupid that they will live with you now? They will not with you. They won't be with you. They won't even think for you. They will curse you. They will curse us. They will curse everybody. Because we have not proved that we are their family members. They are our family members. We have proved otherwise. Nobody can keep their family members in such a situation, in such hostage situation as we have done. If we consider our country people, our nationals, our brothers and sisters of this country, and we treat them like this, If you treat your family members like this, what shall happen? You imagine. You could not find a solution because you have no analytical answer. Analytical answer is only solution, always remember. If you analyze something, that analysis will tell you what it is, and when someone just tell you what it is and you know what problem is there, then you can find problem and solve it. That's the analytical answer. Not an answer of fools and of brilliant people. Not answer for those who just believe in dharma and say, okay, I go to Ashtamajara and find a solution for that. And answer is go to some river and throw this for fishes or for that. That answer is not solution. That's delusion, an illusion. The same thing we have been in illusion that we have solved this problem. We have not solved this problem. We have not even thus this problem. This has been absolutely abrogated by ours without any understanding. And there is no evolution all. There is no evolution. People, I'm not sure what actually he did, what actually our government did. I'm not sure. Though I have in all documents, everything, I could not realize till now what was design of Modi on this situation, on this state of affairs of Jammu and Kashmir. What is status? I nobody knows. Somebody is speaking something, otherwise speaking something. If you ask them something, they won't reply something. They'll start saying that you are anti-national, you're this and that. These are 2-3 words they have picked up and they're using this for everyone. And they don't understand that you are just no right to say to someone that someone is anti-national. Question, who bothers? If I say don't tell like this, I'll give a slap on your face, what shall happen? Without knowing something, you cannot even ask a student to give some answers. You cannot raise proper question, how can students answer it properly? It applies to each and every place in online life, in personal life, in private life, in general life, in total life. You must have answer like that. But we don't have. No answer. People are in jail, people are on work, nobody knows their real status, who knows what's happening with them. Well, maybe they are okay, maybe they are not okay, but they have a right to live, they have a right to liberty as our constitution guarantees everybody, but we have violated that right onto them, and then we are expecting their estates to come to us. They should sell their property there and leave it for you. If you think that way, you are in a delusional world. You are in a black world. You don't know what where people are. What will happen? That is to be considered. Say, for example, today curfew is lifted up. It's lifted around Kashmir. What shall be the result? Shall those people come and touch Modi's feet or Ahmad Shah feet? Shall those people do that? You think so? If you think that way, you're a fool. You have no idea of people's psychology. Even in your home, you suppress your son or your daughter for 24 hours. That will be really billionaire can say that kid will be a revolutionary. He will revolt against you because you did not respect them. Well, problems cannot end. Kashmir is very strong issue now. It is every day getting high power module. If you compare it to 5th of August 2019, it has grown up and up in problematic way. People every day are getting against us. Every day. All sorts of people, if you see video, you see interviews, all the people, you see all these shows or all these debates, you will find that Kashmir whole society is gradually acting against us. They are thinking against our future. This means don't expect everything is positive. You have to consider negativism also in this case. Negativism existing in this case very intensively, and we did not even anticipate before taking into consideration and approving all these Articles 370 related issues. Issues they have done, but we did not study them. We just wanted to do something ourselves, and we failed. Why did we fail? Because we did wrong. No country can exist like this. Don't think that something is permanent everywhere. Many countries have broken in past, many cities have broken past, and you yourself are responsible for Bangladesh. Don't remember that? You did that for Bangladesh, so that person can do for himself. What's wrong with that? But we have to be careful. We are not careful. We are intelligent people, but we believe in emotions. We are sentimentalized, and Mori knows that he talks in such a way you get emotional. You get brilliant, and then he says, I do this for me. Well, every day talking same thing, in same way, doesn't mean anything. I saw one video yesterday with Nagaland, the people are struggling at Jantar Mantar in Delhi, and they're talking about their values. They say we can never be Indians. We can never take part of this country because we have separate natures, we have cultures and people, and all is separate. Is this why have you exploded this situation to such a level? Do we not have minds? Are our minds voids? Today is going to be an address by Pakistan President, Prime Minister and our Prime Minister in UN General Assemblies for 74th session, 74th meeting. So this is General Assembly, not legally binding, but it's world there. Turkey President Erdogan, he spoke in favor of Jammu and Kashmir issue, so wanted to resolve. They talked about Palestine, they talked about Syria, and they talked about Yemen. What issue with Yemen? We have to consider that way. What is with Palestine? We have to consider that way. Our issue is no different. It's same. If they talk of that, they will talk of this also. Palestinian problem has been very chronic, can say, for decades, and still, day by day, as time passes, as you can say, the status of this children passes away, they don't forget this issue. They just try to keep them on back seat. But shall back seats putting the issue solve your questions, your answers, and they bring the answers of these questions? Not. We cannot ignore issues, but we ignored. I don't understand one thing. Believe me, I don't understand one thing. Why this curfew was imposed? In fact, I have no concrete answer to that, and nobody has answered that till now from government or from somewhere else. From where it should come? There is no justification, no justification being revealed or being I can say answered from circumstances that have been accumulated by this action of Article 370 application from Constitution of India, Bharat, and this doesn't tell why it required imposition of this type of curfew throughout day and night, except 1 or 2 hours a day, that this oil shall be safe under these circumstances. But how, nobody is telling. Just ignoring issue, shall not help us. Help us means help our country. If we ignore issue, we ignore ourselves. You cannot ignore issue. This is not acceptable because ignoring will ignore you. Again, I am telling you, if you ignore it continuously, you will suffer. Till now, rest of country other than J&K have not responded in a way it should have responded. It's not even affected by this. People don't know in general what is current status of state Jammu and Kashmir or Kashmir issue. They are just still living in you can say dream world. Everything is fine. It's our country part, it's our state, our annexion, our integrated part. I think that is a dangerous situation now on that area of Kashmir and Jammu. We should have done something for them, but we did not do that. We just supported a prime minister who has no heart for people, who has no mind for people, who just is pleased to do something that arouses sentiments of people. Should we think that arousing sentiment of people is a right approach? Shall it work in required destiny, in required direction? It shall not. Hiding something means cheating yourself. Again, I'm telling you, you are expert in diverting attention to other issues. Just like you diverted Kashmir issue by Hodi Modi. What did he get there? Nobody knows. People are very happy that day. That Trump is talking to our Prime Minister. He is in celebration mode and he is this and that. So Trump is for us. It was a kind of virtual decision reached by nation. That Trump is our friend, US is our friend. On next day or after a few hours, there's some change when he talked to Pakistan President, Pakistan Prime Minister. He said he's my friend, best friend, like Modi is my best friend. This means there is no difference between two. So why did you jump like that? America is for us. Nobody is for somebody. Remember, this is a living world. Here, no same body. When these people meet in somewhere else, they won't anything. They won't anything. Kashmir is a burning issue. We have to accept this. And if we don't accept this, we cannot solve this. What we know what shall Pakistan president say in UNO, and we know what shall our prime minister say. They have set records, they have written documents, and they speak same thing. Because when speaking, basis of answers, or another, there can be no solution out. This is going to be a big problem now, because those people of Kashmir who have been depressed, who have been mentally and psychologically killed, who have been tortured by our Prime Minister and us, and we are also including ourselves, because we are not aware of that torture being done on them, but we know that something is going on. And we are silent spectators. As some match is going on, they are enjoying. Whereas comparing Modi and Imran, I don't know why. What is meaning of two comparisons, comparing Modi and comparing Imran? What is the reason for that? Why we should compare? There is no meaning at all, but they just want to compare political viewpoint, which I cannot answer. How can I answer? You tell me. You can answer. Your eyes are focused on land of JNK, not on people of JNK. You are not interested in people of JNK. You are interested in their lands, in their wealth, in their women. You are interested in that. If that is way, how can you see the right path? Well, issues are issues and shall go on issues. Nobody can stop them. If these issues keep coming and going, I have seen people in my career, people of many nationalities, and how these people react on such issues, how Pakistani people react, how you can say Durgi people react, how other unions react, react. We accept that, and we accept that address, and I feel that it's not right approach that we adopted. We should have understanding of people's psychology. If you want to be people happy, you want to use them in your future work, you have to take their care at prime minister level, at president level, and at public level. Everywhere care was required to be taken, but we did not take. We are not good caretaker government. We are not good public citizens. We are not leaders who lead our country, but we are leaders who miss our country. Well, we have to solve it howsoever it is. You cannot take it forever. What is solution? Only solution is use your mind, take opportunity before it is too late. This is the right time. Give them freedom from way that let them demonstrate, let them cry, let them shout. Take your armies back from there, except on line of control. Just keep them on line of control and come back and see their action for 1 day and 2 days. When they call you, voice, भारत, आधुनिक भारत, एडवांस्ड भारत, अग्रिम भारत, चलने वाला आगे देश हमारा इंडिया, भारत, संविधान, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन जो कहा हम पंथ निरपेक्ष बनाते हैं देश को, हम धर्मनिरपेक्ष बनाते हैं देश को, हम गणतंत्र बनाते हैं, हम स्वतंत्र बनाते हैं देश के बारे में। तो देश कितना बड़ा, देश बहुत बड़ा, देश की समस्याएं भी बहुत बड़ी, इतनी बड़ी कि शायद हम ना समझ पाए, लेकिन हम समझना भी नहीं चाहते, समझ भी पाए तो। Because it has happened in Kashmir, there were problems, there were questions, there were answers, nobody cared. People are not interested. You see what happened in Jamia Millia? That girl from Kashmir, they wanted admission, they applied, they got married, and they were not allowed. Even there was a time to be admitted, they were not allowed. If you want such India, such Bharat, then I have no answer to tell you. I know answers are not available. They are not available on where they are required to be attended with, but we did not do that. Now this is such a situation, if we go on speaking for every time, any time, all this, it will not solve anything. I am only afraid that minds of people have changed, might have changed, hearts of these people might have changed. They will not even care for you. We have to keep people learning. But shall they learn under such circumstances? They shall not learn. They shall not learn until we learn it. Leaders first learn it. Otherwise, there is no meaning of leader. Leader means he has to lead you. If he himself is not leading, who shall lead him? It's not personal, of course, personal question to Modi. It's question to every citizen of India and every person who will join presidency or prime minister next time. People have to understand problems. If you want to solve problems, you have to understand problems. Just imagine another way. Imagine another way. Had there been no curfew since 5th August, by now problem would have been solved. Because by this curfew, you have given your hands to someone else. Take my hands. And you are feeling happy that I haven't given my hands. This is called foolishness. You are people only for yourself. Means when there is a problem, you shall not help your brothers and sisters because they are Muslims. You will help only those who are not Muslims. Difficult to understand. Very difficult to understand. भारत को सॉल्व करना होगा ये प्रॉब्लम, नहीं तो भारत बहुत पछताएगा। जितनी मर्जी दादागिरी दिखा ले प्राइम मिनिस्टर, और जितना मर्जी आप दादागिरी दिखा लीजिए, दादागिरी ज़्यादा देर तक नहीं चलती है। मारना, पीटना, कूटना हो जाता है, बहुत आसान हो जाता है, लेकिन भुगतने वाला भुगतता है और आपका क्या जाता है? कुछ नहीं जाता। किशोरी चला गया, माँ एमबीएस ने मरवा दिया, वो इस तरह से भटकता रहता है दस उधर। अरे देखा कि जाऊँ क्यों बेटे, तो उसे अकल आ गई, अच्छी तरह से अकल आ गई। हमारे साहब ने सोचा नहीं, समझा नहीं, दिमाग नहीं चलाया, आगे पीछे का सोचा नहीं, नॉर्थ में जाएं, साउथ में जाएं, ईस्ट में जाएं कि वेस्ट में जाएं, या ऊपर नीचे जाएं या किधर जाएं, सोचने की आवश्यकता क्या पड़ी है? जो होगा देखा जाएगा, और सोच लिया, देखेंगे क्या होता है। कर्फ्यू लगा दो, ज़्यादा शोर नहीं हो सकेगा। जब ऐसी आदत हो जाए सरकारों की, शोर मचा दो, ये नहीं चलेगा, वो नहीं चलेगा, क्या रह जाता है उसके पास? क्या रह जाता है? आप बिना सोचे समझे काम करेंगे, नुकसान आपका होगा, देश का होगा, और आपने किया। अभी तो नुकसान ही हो रहा है। अब देख लीजिए आपका फायदा कहाँ हो रहा है? कहीं नहीं हो रहा है। ये ड्रामा करना छोड़ दो। ड्रामों से देश नहीं चलता है। देश काबिलियत से, कॉम्पिटेंस से चलता है। देश यही होता है। जबरदस्ती देश नहीं चला सकते। आप ना इंदिरा गांधी हो, ना आप नेहरू हो। उन्होंने भी चाकिया खेली, बहुत खेली, लेकिन अब वो समय है कि हमको इनका हल निकालना चाहिए, नहीं तो बहुत देर हो जाएगी, बहुत देर हो जाएगी। मेरे साथ आप बोले होगा कि नहीं होगा, मैं समझता हूँ नहीं होगा, बहुत टाइम लगेगा होने में। आज जो सोच रहे हैं आप कि हमारा हल ऐसा है, वेल बचा सकते हो तो बचा लो, मैं फिर कह रहा हूँ। समस्याएं बहुत हैं, रोजगार भी देना है, डेवलपमेंट भी करना है, खाना भी देना है लोगों को, स्कूल भी चाहिए, कॉलेज भी चाहिए, यूनिवर्सिटी भी चाहिए, सब कुछ चाहिए, लेकिन हमारा गति नहीं चाहिए। लड़का लड़की के हाथ डालने चल रहा है, कुछ भी हो रहा है, कोई कहने वाला नहीं है। जिसे बदलाव कहते हैं आप, तो ये बताए मुझे मंजूर नहीं है। तो अपने नशे, छोटे वाले नशे में होते हैं, क्या करेगा कोई इसमें, आखिर कब तक। हमारे देश में बड़े बड़े लोग हैं, बड़े बड़े पढ़े लिखे, हाई प्रोफाइल प्रोफेशनल्स। अगेन आई एम टेलिंग यू, मिलियंस ऑफ इंजीनियर्स हैं हमारे पास, मिलियंस। कई लाख डॉक्टर भी हैं, बड़े बड़े वकील, लाखों वकील भी हैं, और इसी तरह से कंपनी सेक्रेटरी हैं, यूएनओ के लोग हैं, दूसरे हैं, ऐसे लोग हैं। भारत से मतलब रखना है, भारत से मतलब रखना है, शान है ये, रखो, अच्छा है, किसने मना किया। शान से रखो, ईमानदारी से रखो, कमांड से रखो। आप में कमांड नहीं है। एक आदमी गिरा हुआ है, मैं पूछता हूँ, एक आदमी गिरा हुआ है, एक राष्ट्र गिरा हुआ है, अपनी गंद में रह रहा है, तो आपको क्या तकलीफ है। उसका साफ कंटेनमेंट आप करेंगे, कौन करेगा उसका कंट्रोल। इसीलिए सोच समझ के काम करना चाहिए था। सिंपली कह देना हमने ऐसा कर दिया, खुश होना, खुश कर देना। आप सोचिए अगर कल को कॉन्फ्लिक्ट हो गया, हमारा पाकिस्तान से कॉन्फ्लिक्ट हो गया, हम जरूरत नहीं कि हम उससे लड़ाई करने के लिए तैयार है, तैयार तो हम है, लेकिन क्यों, सवाल ये उठता है, कॉन्फ्लिक्ट क्यों किया जाए, किस लिए। क्या प्रधानमंत्री के नाम के लिए, क्या मिलने वाला है उससे, क्या मिलेगा। आज हम जो सोच रहे हैं काम के बारे में, कंसंट्रेशन के बारे में, आने वाले समय में भी हमें उससे ज़्यादा काम करना पड़ेगा। और काम करने की शिकायत हमको नहीं है, काम उन्होंने शायद और हुआ है। खैर, बताने से बार बार कुछ फायदा नहीं है। प्रधानमंत्री हमसे ज़्यादा जानते होंगे, गृह मंत्री भी ज़्यादा जानते होंगे, सब ज़्यादा जानते होंगे, हमसे ज़्यादा ही होंगे, लेकिन वो सॉल्व नहीं कर पाए अब तक। बस यही बात का दुख है, और वो कर भी नहीं पाएंगे, ये पक्का है, क्योंकि काम ही ऐसा किया है। आपने काम ऐसा किया जो आपको नहीं करना चाहिए था। कश्मीर आज एक अलग दुनिया बन चुका है हमारे लिए। अगर हम सोच रहे हैं कि नॉर्मल से वहाँ सामान्य जनजीवन फिर सफल हो जाएगा, फिर वैसे ही रहेगा था, तो हम गलत सोच रहे हैं, गलत सोच रहे हैं। हमें सोचना ये चाहिए था कि किस तरह से इस प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व किया जाए। क्या इतनी बड़ी इशू थी कि इतनी जल्दबाजी में बिल लाया जाता इसका, इतनी जल्दबाजी में हो जाता इसका। अभी भी इस वक्त है, संभाल लो। अभी भी उन युवाओं को मैं कहूँगा, उस पब्लिक को मैं कहूँगा जो हमारे देश की पब्लिक है, तो मोदी भक्ति में लीन है, अभी भी संभाल लो, ज़्यादा नहीं बिगड़ा है, अभी चालू ही हुआ है। लेकिन ये क्या, इकोनॉमी का क्या करोगे, अर्थव्यवस्था जो डूब रही है। कहते हैं प्याज 70-80 रुपए किलो हो रही है, सब चीज महंगी हो रही है, और सब कुछ ठीक चल रहा है। खाने को सब्जी नहीं घर में, लोगों के पास पैसा नहीं, काम धंधा नहीं, सब कुछ ठीक चल रहा है। हाँ भाई, सब ठीक चल रहा है क्योंकि आप तो अमेरिका घूम रहे हैं, आपको क्या फर्क पड़ने वाला है। आपको खाने की दिक्कत नहीं, आपको गाड़ी की दिक्कत नहीं, आपको कोई दिक्कत नहीं, आपको अपनी सुरक्षा की दिक्कत नहीं, आपके पास सब कुछ तो है। और कहते हैं क्योंकि आप 130 करोड़ लोग को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं, तो आपके पास सब कुछ है, आपके पास सब ठीक है, तो ऑटोमेटिकली सबके पास सब ठीक है। यही मतलब होता है इस बात का। मैं तो यही समझता हूँ कि मैं हूँ सही तो सब है सही, मैं नहीं सही तो कोई नहीं सही। सोच ही आपकी ऐसी है। और आपके भक्तों का तो पूछो मत, उनके बारे में शायद भगवान भी ना सोच पाए, उनके रिकॉर्ड में तो भगवान भी ना जा पाए, तो खाली गुंडागर्दी बातें ही करते हैं। क्या करोगे ऐसे लोगों का। फिर भी सोचने की बात है, ऐसी कौन सी चीज़ है जो हमने उपलब्धि की है पिछले 5 सालों में, 5.5 साल में, जब से हमारे साहेब आए हैं। ऐसा क्या किया है हमने बहुत अच्छा लगा। फिर भी आपको क्या सोल्यूशन है बताइए। बिल्डिंग में आग लग रही हो, बिल्डिंग तो जलेगी ना। जितना मर्जी आप सोच लीजिए, फूंक मार लीजिए, नहीं होगी। कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड चाहिएगी आपको, पानी चाहिएगा आपको, हो सकता है सैंड भी चाहिएगी आपको उसको रोकने के लिए। कैसे रोकेंगे? इफ देयर इज अ फायर इन ए बिल्डिंग, you have to extinguish that fire. But if you don't have resources, don't have equipment, don't have, you can say, tools, don't have your power to extinguish that fire, to exhaust that fire, how shall you do that? Country is fired, is being fired. Every day is being fired. There is not a single section now in our country that is happy with this governance, except those people who are rich, and they too are not supporting fully because they know facts. They know facts. Public is aggrieved by this government. See, one should not talk much if you cannot do much. One should not give promises if you cannot fulfill that. He himself gave promises without even asking. I can do this, I will do this, I will do this, I will do this, I will do this. Only promises. Did public ask that? Did not fulfill this? Whom you are telling? Well, problems may come and may go. I remember time of Indira Gandhi. Indira Gandhi in those days of emergency. Maybe you know or you don't know, you're born or not born at that time. We had a problem of wheat. You know, wheat means gehu. We did not have adequate quantity of crops or production in our country just to meet requirement of all those people. We used to get that wheat imported from America in those days. I think it was PL 380 agreement. You can search that out. And we just said, we will not give you any weapon of high strength. Let's say, we will not give you a weapon. Well, fine. Well, then somebody had to reach the government and then the PM, please solve this issue. This is a burning problem. What he did, what she did. Indira Gandhi, that time, was too young. She simply challenged United States of PL 30, 380. Okay, you don't want to give us, don't give us. We don't mind that. We just signed this contract. We don't respect this contract. You don't give us. What she told public, we are not getting any wheat grains from Nixon or from, you can say, America in that time of 1976, 1977 or 1975, 76, those period. Please do not use your wheat related items in that period. That is long back now. 75, you can say 25 plus 20, 44 years back. Many of you were born, but she did not scare herself. She did not threaten herself. Why should I threaten myself? Is my question. Because share on interest. I should get that. If I don't get that, this is like only this. We should respect our way. If there is money, it's an issue. Why I am so serious today about talking? I am serious because every day situation is getting worse and worse. She controlled by saying use potato instead of grains. We have a solution today or no? We have to see. She had solution that time. She did that. Don't use wet grains. Use potatoes in your parties, in your marriage, in whatever, and not more than 25 people should be entertained for wheat. I think that time Indira Gandhi's policies were very good, accepted people. Maybe those policies are not very effective now, but constitution is effective. It cannot be closed in 5 years. It can only close in 4 years. It has the Sanvidan must be respected. Why not? Who shall respect it? If big people don't respect it, we have to understand this. Then there are many more problems. Problems of Bangladesh came in 71, 71. She solved that. Problem of bank nationalization was there. These banks were not serving public. And the problem of PV purse. These are no problems. Many problems exist. Yes, she solved them. Did this government of BJP try to solve the problem? And some of these questions about some issue of you can say MS, Maya Shame. Problems shall keep on coming and keep on being solved. But in history of our free Bharat since 1947, this Jammu and Kashmir is an exclusive problem which we are unable to solve. And this is a very bad state of our political history that neither opposition nor government nor people are very concerned about this. Just imagine 54 days or 55 days, it applies to you also. If you are kept in a room, what shall you do? There is no food, though they may be having food because they are ill people. They may be keeping stock for 2 or 3 months. If we are not that type of. Our problems are different. Our educated people are not serious, not at all serious, not at all serious. Nation's future depend upon youth, not upon me and someone else. I am not old. I live as a what should I say? I am scared, believe me. I am scared. I am 65 years, but I am scared now that future of those people under hostage is not good. People like PM and people like Shah and some of the party who are responsible for these rapes cannot solve this problem. भारत में इतनी समस्याएं हो चुकी हैं, इतनी हो चुकी हैं, साइंस को छोड़ दो, विज्ञान को छोड़ दो, इकोनॉमी को छोड़ दो, सब कुछ छोड़ दो, समस्याएं ऐसी कोई है नहीं जो ना हो। गली में किसी में जाइए, बाजार में किसी में जाइए, कहीं भी जाइए, कोई बात नहीं कर रहा किसी बारे में, सब चुप है, सब चुप है, किसी को सीरियस चिंता नहीं है। अगर यही चीज किसी और में हो जाती देश में, आप क्या करते हैं? ये बात है, सोचिए। हम सोच लेंगे तो सॉल्व कर लेंगे, नहीं सोचेंगे तो नहीं सॉल्व करेंगे। हम क्यों सोचते हैं वो दूसरा पार्टी क्या कर रहा है, पाकिस्तान क्या कर रहा है, हर रोज यही होता है टीवी पे ड्रामा। मैं तो देखना छोड़ दिया, क्योंकि क्यों दिमाग खराब करें इन लोगों के साथ, इन्होंने तो कुछ करना नहीं है, दुनिया को बरगलाते रहना है, झूठ बोलते रहना है। अरे आप अमेरिका में जाके कुछ भी बोल लो, क्या फर्क पड़ने वाला है उससे? आप झूठ बोलो सच बोलो, अमेरिका के से क्या फर्क पड़ेगा, ये बताइए आप। उसने तो अपना इंटरेस्ट देखना है अफगानिस्तान का, उसने अपना इंटरेस्ट देना है KSI का, उसने अपना इंटरेस्ट देना है इधर मोहब्बत का। What way that country is linked to it? जैसे हालात ऐसे हो गए हैं कि शायद आने वाले समय में लोग आत्महत्याएं करने लगेंगे। क्या करेंगे? हेल्पर को जॉब नहीं, मेसन को जॉब नहीं, प्लम्बर को जॉब नहीं, टेक्नीशियन को जॉब नहीं, वेल्डर को जॉब नहीं, रिक्शा वाले को जॉब नहीं, किसी और को जॉब नहीं, जॉब नहीं, जॉब नहीं, जॉब नहीं, जॉब नहीं तो पैसा नहीं, पैसा नहीं तो खाएंगे क्या? ये कहाँ से शुरू हुई थी प्रॉब्लम और कहाँ की रुकी देखिए। सन 16 में 2016 में शुरू की गई नशबंदी के नशे में है, नोटबंदी का नशा। नोटबंदी, मैं जिम्मेदार हूँ, मैं जिम्मेदार हूँ, मेरी बात सुनो, जो मैं कह रहा हूँ वो करो, मेरे से आगे मत बढ़ो, जो मैं, मेरी आंखें हैं हर जगह देख रही हैं सब। 2016 और आज 2019, करीब करीब 3 साल पूरे होने को हैं, लेकिन साहब ने अब तक कोई जॉब नहीं दिया। इसका रिजल्ट क्या हुआ नोटबंदी का? क्या रिजल्ट हुआ? क्या रिजल्ट हुआ GST का? और क्या रिजल्ट हुआ आपकी प्लानिंग का? क्या रिजल्ट हुआ जो बड़े बड़े वायदे करके आप सरकार में आए, बड़ी बड़ी बातें करके आए, पब्लिक को क्या मिला? ये क्वेश्चन होना चाहिए, लेकिन नहीं है। कोई भी आदमी को तैयार रहना चाहिए हर चीज के लिए, खाली बोलने से काम नहीं चलता है। प्रैक्टिकल होना बहुत जरूरी है, प्रैक्टिकल इन सेंस ऑफ थ्योरी। यू कैन नॉट सिंपली प्रैक्टिकल, थ्योरी भी साथ में आना चाहिए। और प्रैक्टिकल जब आप सही रहेंगे क्योंकि थ्योरी सही रहेगी। अगर आप थ्योरी सही नहीं जानते, मतलब ये कि आप एनालिसिस नहीं जानते, उसकी जड़ को पकड़ना नहीं जानते, जानते नहीं कि डेप्थ कहाँ पर है, क्या है, तो आप सॉल्यूशन भी नहीं समझ सकते। अगर आप सही समझते हैं कि मैं सही रास्ते पे जा रहा हूँ, मैं अच्छी तरह से बात को समझ रहा हूँ, मैं इसकी बेटे को जानता हूँ, ये सब बातें कहने से एक बहाना है आपके लिए, आपके एरिया में, आपके समाज में कुछ देर के लिए आपको जगह मिल जाए, उसके बाद जब आप वहाँ होंगे, यहाँ होंगे, बिना किसी बात के, बिना किसी स्टेप के कुछ नहीं कहेंगे, कहेंगे। समस्या तो सॉल्व करनी पड़ती है। अगर भारत की जनता लालची नहीं होती, भारत की जनता एक ऐसे आदमी का साथ नहीं देती, तो गलत है। सच्चाई तो यही है। आप होंगे प्रधानमंत्री, लेकिन आपने काम तो गलत किया है। अब इसका बताइए सजा किसको दी जाए? मेरे को क्या हक है इस तरह करने का? मैंने ऐसा क्यों किया? कि हमने सोचा? नहीं सोचा। बस हमें अच्छा नहीं लगता था जो पहले था, उसको हटा के कुछ और लिख दो। भाई आपके पास शाही थी, करम थी, और दोनों की प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व नहीं कर सकते थे, बताइए मुझे आप। तो आपने ऐसे प्रॉब्लम को चुना क्यों जो प्रॉब्लम थी ही नहीं? सच पूछो तो ये प्रॉब्लम थी ही नहीं, इसको सजाया गया, इसको प्रॉब्लम बनाया गया। आपने कितने देखे होंगे लोग जो DMC के यहाँ साड़ियाँ पहनते हैं? देश जिस राह पे आज खड़ा है वो राह अच्छी नहीं है, अच्छी नहीं है वो राह। वो राह तबाही की तरफ जा रही है, तबाही की तरफ। आप पढ़े दूसरे कंट्री के प्राइम मिनिस्टर की तरफ, बस फर्क इतना है, अपनी गलतियां, अपनी वीकनेस, अपनी जिम्मेदारी ना समझ के दूसरे पे कहते हो भाई आप गलत हैं, इसको बताओ जी ये गलत है। जब भारत इतना कमजोर हो जाए, भारत की पब्लिक इतनी कमजोर हो जाए, भारत का प्रधानमंत्री इतना कमजोर हो जाए, जो अपनी गलती को छुपाने के लिए, अपनी प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करने के लिए दूसरों से कह रहा है। एक तरफ कह रहे हैं हमारा आंतरिक मामला है, लोग कह रहे हैं शिमला में बात करो, ये कह रहे हैं ये मामला है, हम अपने आप सुलझ लेंगे। तो सुलझाओ भाई। अगर ये आपका आंतरिक मामला था, मेरा प्रश्न उठता है, अगर ये आपका आंतरिक मामला था, if it was your internal issue, why have you imposed curfew there? Why did you impose and still there since 5th August? If it was a peaceful issue, a mature level issue, how there has been poisonous death. Yes, it happened here also. Here happened in America also. Same action. But why? Are we so downtrodden people? We cannot solve our problems. If our voice, our problems are raised in UNO, if our problems are pointed out by Amnesty, if our issues are pointed by European Union, if we are going and telling in USA everything is okay, why we reach to that stage that we have to tell in world presence of Trump that there is no problem in our country? Who was asking you about your problem? Who was asking you? This means there was a problem. You are justifying there is no problem. When you go to some foreign country, you ask about, talk to your people, discuss with them, and come back. You are interested, someone is giving an award for that, you are going there. Your award not coming from your public. Real award means a public who appointed you, nation who appointed you, that should give you award. Award from a other party which has nothing to do with our country, which has no role in this country. If they is giving award, there's no meaning of the award. No meaning. We should recognize this. If my country name is going to UN, it is insult to me as a citizen of this country. Why this should be raised in European Union? And European Union has to ask us, lift curfew, take care of human rights. This means we are not understanding what we are doing. If Amnesty has to ask us, this means we are sleeping. We don't know how our people are applying on their parents. This means is that हमारी इज्जत हम करना है, तब करेगा जब कोई हमारी, हम अपनी, when we do our self-respect. Now what is happening? World is thinking these people are silent. Why should they come and waste their time in your affairs? And you also expecting saying, don't come to us. Okay, nobody is coming to us, don't worry. Nobody will say anything to you, but they will ask you. They will not say anything to you. Because it is question of human rights. It's not question of your 370 alone. It's question of human rights. And human rights come from where? Come from smoke protection. My name is going to the whole world now. They are doubting us. Saudi says, look to your resolution. China says, look to your both friendship, and something negative also following us. I have to be smart, and you have to be smart. And PM is not smart. Problem is that this problem should have been solved initially, but we have not solved it. We will lose it now. Why we could not solve it? It is already solved. Why we do not accept that? We cannot win over people who do not trust us. We cannot win over them. Only analysis. Better finish this problem. Finish it immediately. That is in national interest. 54 days are too much. If we cannot solve it, we will have very bad reputation from all countries in the world. We may call those people terrorists, no problem. That is, भारत चाहना चाहिए कि हम ये प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करें, लेकिन भारत नहीं चाह रहा। क्यों नहीं चाह रहा? क्योंकि भारत के लोगों को दिमाग घुमा दिया गया है और ये बहुत डेंजरस चीज है, तो ऐसा नहीं चाहिए। खैर, समस्या तो हल करेंगे नहीं करेंगे आप तो देखेंगे, समस्याएं तो और भी हैं। जीडीपी डाउन, जॉब्स लाइए भाई, 4 करोड़ जॉब जा चुके हैं, जॉब लाइए। लोग जॉब का इंतजार कर रहे हैं, लोगों को काम सिखाइए जो काम नहीं जानते। जो लेबर भाग गई, वर्कर्स भाग गए, वापस आ रहे हैं तो जॉब काम नहीं कर रहे हैं। और रीजन है कि जब तक जेब नहीं है खाली, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है उनको। Usually, we are a great country in eyes of world. Our professionals are very good when they work overseas. Our doctors are very good. Our culture is very good in Islamic world. Our culture is very good in other words. But when you see some Christian, say, क्या करें? कौन समझाए हमको कि भाई समझ जाओ, बहुत देर हो गई है। Who shall explain to us? Who shall teach us? Who shall teach us? Just you think yourself. UNO बताएगा हम क्या करें, एमनेस्टी बताएगा हम क्या करें, वर्ल्ड वॉच बताएगा हम क्या करें, या अमेरिका बताएगा हम क्या करें, या पाकिस्तान अपनी चलाएगा हमारे ऊपर, या हम पाकिस्तान में अपनी चलाएंगे। हमें क्या जरूरत पड़ी भाई, पाकिस्तान से क्या लेना है हमको? क्या प्रश्न नहीं उठता है? पाकिस्तान पाकिस्तान करे जाओ, हिंदू मुसलमान करे जाओ, लोगों को भड़काए जाओ, बस इसी बात को दिखा के आगे आगे बढ़े जाओ। क्या ये बातें आगे बढ़ने देंगी? क्या आपको कुछ करने देंगे? समझना जरूरी था, नहीं समझा गया, समय निकाल दिया गया। 54 days is too much for society to live without food. पर अब क्या, वो लोग जो अंदर हैं, जो भड़के हुए हैं या मरे हुए हैं या दिमाग से जो भर गए, जो खुंदक में हैं, लाल आंखें हैं जिनकी, औरतों की आदमियों की, जो रो के चिल्ला के बोल रहे हैं, जो दहशत से ऊपर उठ चुके हैं, जिन्हें डर नहीं अब किसी चीज का, मरेंगे तो मरेंगे, मारेंगे तो मारेंगे, मरेंगे या मारेंगे। जब मन में ऐसी बातें आ रही हो तो आप क्या करेंगे? आपकी मिलिट्री भी क्या कर लेगी? कितनों को गोली मार देंगे। अगर आज वो 90-80 लाख या 1 करोड़ जितने भी हैं और पाकिस्तान के भी इतने लोग घुसाएं, किस किस को मारोगे? क्या आप में इतनी शक्ति है मारने की सबको? बताइए। 1 लाख बंदूकें भी आपके पास हो, आप सॉरी 1 लाख नहीं, 9 लाख भी बंदूकें आपके पास अगर हैं, अगर आप वहां हैं, एक बंदूक में 6 गोली होती है, 10 गोली होती है, कितनी होती है? आप कितनी चला लेंगे सबको? जब पानी का फ्लड आता है नदी से, सब कुछ खा जाता है, खराब कर देता है। ये भी एक फ्लड है, समाज का फ्लड आएगा हमारे पास। अपनी अपनी समस्याओं का फ्लड वो भी आएगा हमारे पास और हमसे पूछेगा, उनको बताना पड़ेगा। फिर भी नहीं समझता तो ना समझे कोई, और समझता है तो समझ ले कोई। आज हम जो भारत को कहीं ले आए हैं ऐसी जगह जहाँ पे वो खड़ा नहीं हो रहा है, जहाँ पर वो शांत नहीं है, जहाँ पर उसको नर्वसनेस हो रही है, पश्चाताप हो रहा है, जहाँ पर वो बीमार हो रहा है, और हम खुश हो रहे हैं। हम सब खुश हो रहे हैं। मर रहा है कोई, हम खुश हो रहे हैं। मेरे घर के अंदर कोई मर रहा है और हम दूसरे घर में खुश हो रहे हैं। मर रहे, अच्छा गया, मर गया यार, बड़ा गलत आपने कहा। मत भूलो सबको मरना है, सबको मरना है। Everybody has to die, and don't think if somebody is suffering, some party is agreed, you shall help that party. Who helps whom? अब कहा जाए, हम तो यही कहेंगे, देश में जितनी भी समस्याएं हैं हमारी अपनी हैं, चाहे वो रोजगारी की समस्या हो, चाहे वो अच्छी शिक्षा की समस्या हो, चाहे वो डिफेंस की समस्या हो, चाहे वो समाज की समस्या हो, कोई भी समस्या हमारी अपनी। आज हमें ये सोचना होगा हमें करना क्या है, हमें क्या करना चाहिए। वी हैव टू थिंक नाउ, फॉरगेट प्राइम मिनिस्टर एंड फॉरगेट गवर्नमेंट। अल्टीमेटली वी आर कंट्री। भारत के युवा को, भारत के उन लोगों को जिनको प्रॉब्लम है, आज सोचना होगा कि आप चाहते हैं आपके किसान मरें, क्या आप चाहते हैं वो आत्महत्या करें, क्या आप चाहते हैं कि जो युवा पढ़ के आ रहा है वो धक्के खाए, वो जेबें काटे, वो बम चलाए, वो आतंकवादी बने, वो बैंकों को लूटे? क्या आप चाहते हैं ऐसा देखना? क्या आप चाहते हैं जिन लोगों को नौकरी से निकाला जा रहा है वो निकलते रहें? क्या आप चाहते हैं वो कंपनियां बंद हो जाएं? क्या चाहते हैं आपकी अर्थव्यवस्था की ऐसी की तैसी मटिया मलेर हो जाए? आप क्या ये चाहते हैं? आपको सोचना होगा, सोचना होगा। ज्यादा बात करने से तो फायदा होता नहीं। पढ़ाई की समस्याएं हैं, एजुकेशन की समस्याएं हैं, इंजीनियरिंग की समस्याएं हैं, सिस्टम की समस्याएं, क्वालिटी की समस्याएं, सेफ्टी की समस्याएं, सिस्टम्स की समस्याएं, रेप की समस्या है, जेल की समस्या है, नेताओं की समस्या है, भ्रष्टाचार की समस्या है, इरिगेशन की समस्या है, चोरी डकैती की समस्या है, सड़कों की समस्या है, पुलों की समस्या है। कोई समस्या ऐसी है जो नहीं है? और फिर कहते हैं हम सब ठीक है, एवरीथिंग इज फाइन, देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम, एवरीथिंग ओके। कहते नहीं, पब्लिक सब जानती है और दूसरी पब्लिक भी सब जानती है, पूरा विश्व जानता है। समस्याएं नहीं है, बिल्कुल नहीं है, बनाई गई हैं। जब आप ऐसे किसी आदमी को काम देंगे जो जिस काम को नहीं जानता है, तो क्या एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं, क्या आशा करते हैं? You are giving your problems to be solved by a person who is not aware of those problems, who does not understand those problems, who has no such background that helps him support those problems, solve those problems. Whatever type of problem being there, is economic problem, infrastructure problems, road problems, education problem, it's health problem, it is government office problem, it's whatever problem is there, whatever is there, if that person does not know what this person like, then we should definitely ask. Yes. Problems are not new in this country. In fact, we are we are wrong. We are wrong. We created these problems ourselves. Let us say how to solve this problem. It's a chain of issues, unlimited chain. It is started by Modi. Before Modi, before 2014, there was no such problem. Yes, there was problems, but not like this. Our economy was not bad, and our Prime Minister that time, he contributed his knowledge to other countries' problems to solve them. And we cannot solve our problems at all. Why? We have educated people. We have brilliant sea of engineers and sea of doctors and sea of advocates and sea of other luminaries and sea of judges and sea of educated class and sea of workers and sea of factories and sea of industries. We have no difference, no deficiency of anything. Only deficiency is careless attitude. We don't care. We sleep. We sleep. No responsibility, no accountability. Did we ever ask Prime Minister what he did in 6 years? Did we ever ask our President what did he supervise? Did we ever ask our ministers what they did? Did we ask our member of parliaments what they did? We never ask anyone because we believe them. And we believe them because we are fools. We forget that whatever funds you are paying them, whatever taxes you are paying them, they are surviving because of that money. We are not taking any account. For example, every year there is a budget. They say this allotment for this head, this is allotment for this head. This year we will spend on this and we will get back this money. Do we ever ask every year when you allotted this fund to this for this account for this work, what is status of that work? Has that work been completed, or it has not been completed, or it has not even been started, or even there's no fund allotted to this, and if funds are allotted to this, why these funds are not utilized, and why this not utilized means where was person responsible for that? We never ever ask this because we trust them. We trust them. That is our fault. For example, for the budget, current situation, Kashmir, did Prime Minister take Parliament into consent, into confidence? This Prime Minister take public into confidence? He aroused sentiments of people, only aroused sentiments of people. How? I am agreeing with article. I am removing Article 370 from Constitution, or I am removing 35A from CO 48, and it did not tell complete picture. People were happy because this was a late draft. We have no courage at all to raise questions. We have to learn from England. In hospital, Prime Minister was roaming in, just taking a visit, and one father of a kid was there. He was angry with that Prime Minister. What you are doing here with press? There is no doctor here. There is no care here. And why you are coming here then? The Prime Minister said, I'm coming to improve. What improve? There's nothing here. No doctor in hospital. What shall you improve? That Prime Minister was not able to answer. That is called vibrant democracy. Our democracy is not vibrant. It is just a democracy for sake of democracy, nothing else. Our democracy, EVM democracy. Our democracy is liar democracy. Our democracy is cheating democracy. We are cheating ourselves by accepting such useless democracy where people vote to whom they don't know. We vote to whom we don't know. We don't even know for whom we are voting. We are voting for MP or we are voting for Prime Minister. We don't even know we are voting for CM or we are voting for MLA. We don't know that. अरे भाई मोदी को देश चुनना तो चुन लिया. Oh no, you are not even authorized to elect him because he's a prime minister. You have no authority to elect prime minister. You have only authority to elect member of parliament and that too of Lok Sabha, not of Rajya Sabha. This means you do not know basics of your democracy. You do not know basics of something. And that is what government wants you to think that way. You do not understand your laws. You do not understand what is in your constitution written there. Read constitution. It's not very big document, it's a small document, 395 articles. What preamble says, what article says, what all articles say. You have to read that and understand and apprise yourself about your action, about your reaction, about your knowledge, about your constitution, about your nation. When you say our nation is big, yes, it is big, but you are not big. Nation is big, wealth is there, land is there, New Year is there, everything is there, but you are not there. You are not there, you are not thinking for your nation. You are thinking only for yourself. And when people stop thinking of nation, that nation doesn't remain a nation. No need of calling people, think for them. They should call themselves and think for them. Why should I spend time? I don't have that much time here. Maybe I have to go next week. Well, I'm not pessimistic, but of course not optimistic as well. Particularly with current generation, that generation, I should say, I am afraid that they are irresponsible generation, except 2 to 5% youth, 95% youth are irresponsible. I am not criticizing someone. I am just expressing what I observed. I have observed this, that our country is in deep danger of disintegration because of many reasons. Our country is a diverse one. Our country is secular one. Our country is democratic, of course, and it is socialist, of course, and it is republic, of course, and it is full of people, of course. It's full of 130 crore people. It's full of many religions. It's full of thousands of castes and sections. And it is a powerful country, but it's a deteriorating country. It's getting deterioration day by day because of political interests as well as other invested interest people. Political people are no more political because they just want to stay in seats without any accountability. Our judiciary is collapsing, of course. How I am saying collapsing? Because they are doing work very inefficiently. If a case takes 40 years, 20 years, 30 years, you cannot call that judicial function. That is dating function. Just you date and date and date, and if person dies and you get judgment, how can you say they are doing justification in judicial work? What's meaning of that judgment? If it was for me and I die and then it comes, what's meaning of that judiciary? Does it have a meaning? If there is a criminal and it is not punished in 10 years, what's meaning of that judiciary? This means judiciary is also responsible for what is happening in this country. For example, Kashmir issue, very burning issue, top issue. It happened 5th, and before that Modi put them clapped. Human rights were started to be suppressed. Okay, for 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 1 week, it's acceptable. Yes, there was law and order problem and we tried to combat that, to control that. That is justified now. But It's now around 55 days, and judiciary has no effect on its health. Government doesn't tell someone this we have done. They are silent. They think world is sleeping. No, world is not sleeping. Bharat is sleeping. Bharat is sleeping and sleeping. World has eyes and nose. World has eyes and brain. World sees and thinks. But we don't. We imagine nobody is going to ask any question. No, no. We cause this problem. We suppress human rights. We suppress human rights by mob lynching. We suppress human rights by raping. We suppress human rights by dividing people, Hindu into Muslim and Muslim into Hindu. Factions are being friction and friction. We are doing that. And this is our bravery of this country. This is not achievement of those who are in forest. It's our bravery that we want to say. We cannot travel long by this method. We cannot travel very fast by this method. When judiciary sleeps or ignores, when executive doesn't act, when legislature doesn't work, when journalists are not journalists but just shoe polishers of government, they just do what government wants to say, wants order, and opposition is dead. Who shall help people of this country then? Then this we people of this country gave to ourselves this constitution. This means this is your constitution. This is not my sabji, my vegetable. Now I have to come to some solutions with you guys. These discussions will continue for long, forever, until these problems are solved. There is no meaning of suggestion to government because government has only one picture and mindset, and particularly this government. This is RSS founded government. In fact, BJP is for namesake, and Modi too is for namesake, and all other for namesake. There is one and only one real government behind this government, and that is RSS. That is called Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, or they may call themselves Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, but they are only self-Swayamsevak Sangh. They are only interested in suppressing not only stillness, everyone. They are for everyone. RSS is everything. No more we are secular because we are not respecting religions. For we say that, but it's not. It's not actually. There is a threat in society. You say there's a cowardice nature existing everywhere, that something is there. Some consideration of evil is there. Some consideration of evil. If somebody is going this and is a Muslim, oh, people look at him. He's a Muslim. He's a Kashmiri. If country thinks like that and acts like that, you think it will move? If someone is going, oh, on Facebook, this boy, this person is old man and he is writing against Modi, let us fight with him. Let us find where he lives and kill him. Or kidnap this person. Oh, he is an engineer and engineers are thieves. That type of attitude. When it comes to government, what kind of government you can call that? बहुत से लोग मिले हमको, मिलते रहते हैं, हम बात करते रहते हैं, फेसबुक भी करते रहते हैं. गालियों के अलावा आप मोदी के विरोध में लिखिए. मोदी को मैं खुल्लम खुल्ला लिखता हूँ. पहले मैं नहीं लिखता था खुल्लम खुल्ला, पिछली बार मैं साफ नहीं लिखता था, ऑनरेबल लिखता था, जो भी लिखता था. लेकिन जब से मैंने ये जाना कि ये चीटिंग करके ईवीएम की इलेक्शन जीत के आई है बीजेपी पार्टी और मोदी ने ऐसा किया है, और जब से मैंने जाना कि 233 MP लोकसभा के अंदर आए हैं, गुंडे बदमाश लुच्चे लफंगे हैं, ऐसा कोई शब्द नहीं जो उसके लिए यूज ना कर सके. आतंकवादी भी उनमें है, गुंडे भी उनमें हैं, रेपिस्ट भी उनमें हैं, चोर भी उनमें हैं, डकैत भी उसमें हैं. ऐसा कोई है नहीं वजह ना हो. तो जब ऐसे लोग सत्ता में आ जाए तो आप सरकार को कौन सा क्रेडिट देंगे? मेरे हिसाब से तो कुछ नहीं मिलना चाहिए उनको, उनको जेल में रख के लटका देना चाहिए था, पर ऐसा नहीं हुआ। वो आए, जेल में आए, आए ना आए, जो भी है, सॉल्यूशन हमारा होना चाहिए। कंट्री हमारा है, कंट्री प्रधानमंत्री का नहीं है, कंट्री राष्ट्रपति का भी नहीं है, कंट्री मेरे जैसे आप जैसे लोगों का है, आपके बच्चों का है। संभालना तो हमें ही पड़ेगा। आज आप करते रहिए मोदी भक्ति, कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला। मोदी भक्ति करो ना करो, देश के जो हालात हैं वो ऐसे ही रहने वाले हैं, सुधरने वाले नहीं है। हाँ, कभी चेंज हो सकता है थोड़ा बहुत, लेकिन ये वायदे वायदे सब गाने हैं। वादा रे वादा, क्या हुआ वादा, यहाँ वही वादे हैं फिल्मों वाले। कुछ वादे नहीं होते, कुछ प्रोग्राम नहीं होते, ऑल इन फैंसी, ऑल इमेजिनेशन, delusion. They are selling you dreams and you are buying dreams. Modi is very best sales manager. He's a salesman. He sells dream in your stocks. He sells dream of New India. He sells dream of Naya Bharat. He sold dream of 15 lakhs to each account. He sold dream of 2 crore jobs each year. He is selling dream now of to Kashmir. He is selling them Kashmir will be developed. All nation has been developed. All states are happy. He is a dream seller, expert dream seller, and I think we should respect him this way, that he is very good sales manager, he is very good events manager. Now you see how much money has been spent on Modi for whom? Was this money not adequate enough to construct some hospitals, construct some schools, or strengthen our army, or do something else? Was it not that much adequate for those considerations? Shame onto ourselves that we are allowing this. After all, money is money. And we are so rich that we can pay to Russia something, we can pay to some other country something, we can pay to some other country something, and we have big amount in our pockets that we can do it. Yes, you have a very good prime minister. He talks a lot. He talks to us every time. He tells you everything. He is very poor. He was very poor. No one can equalize him. Yes, you should respect him because he is changing your country. He is changing everything. You respect him. But ask his evaluation, ask his result, ask his performance. Just telling this I have done without even showing you, that cannot be called wisdom. But we are used to that type of environment, that atmosphere, that we believe that. हम जानते हैं हम जो सोच रहे हैं गलत है, लेकिन हमने कहा जी हमारा मोदी प्रधानमंत्री सब कुछ है, मनमोहन सिंह तो बेकार था। आज वही मनमोहन सिंह है, डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह, जिसको लोग याद कर रहे हैं दोबारा। वही मनमोहन सिंह जिसको कहा जाता था बेवकूफ है, मौन धारण कर लेता है, सोनिया के पैरों में बैठता है, और यहाँ तक इस प्रधानमंत्री ने तो कहा था कि रेन कोट पहन के नहाते हैं। और भाई अब आपका कौन सा रेन कोट है जो आप रेन कोट पहन के झूठ बोलते हैं? अच्छे भले पंडित को आपने खराब कर दिया, अच्छे भले विद्वान को आपने बेइज्जत कर दिया। अरे जब कोई कह रहे हैं तो गलत तो नहीं कह रहे, वो बोलते नहीं ज्यादा, इसका मतलब ये तो नहीं कि उनको बोलना नहीं आता, और आपको ये साबित नहीं हो जाता कि आप सब कुछ जानते हैं। फिर किस बात का झगड़ा है भाई? क्यों झगड़ा है? होना तो नहीं चाहिए था, लेकिन आप कर रहे हैं क्योंकि आप भक्ति में लीन है। अरे भक्ति करनी है, काम की भक्ति कीजिए, भक्ति करनी है, देश की भक्ति कीजिए, भारत की भक्ति कीजिए। मोदी भारत नहीं है, भारत मैं और आप हैं, भारत ये जमीन है, भारत यहाँ के रिसोर्सेस हैं, भारत यहाँ के 135 करोड़ पब्लिक है। भगवान की भक्ति कीजिए, आसमान की भक्ति कीजिए। किसी व्यक्ति की भक्ति करने से क्या मिलने वाला है? उसने आपको कुछ देना नहीं है, वो खराब कर रहा है तो और खराब करेगा। अगर अभी भी आपको समझ नहीं आ रहा है तो आपको कोई समझा नहीं सकता। अभी तक जो भी काम उसने किए उसमें से किसी का कॉन्क्रीट रिजल्ट नहीं आया। Whatsoever he has done in last 5 years, you have seen how his actions have resulted into waste. His actions resulted into just waste of money and waste of time. His actions has gone to vain to one to jungle. He is not creative one. He cannot be a creative one. He doesn't mind not in that sense. It is a fact of life. If we don't accept this fact of life, we cheat ourselves. We cheat ourselves. Believe me. Bharat as a country, India is standing on a crossroad. Don't think what others are telling you. We have to see what we have. We have to see how much money we have, what capacity we have, what is your status of economy, and what is the status of professionalism, and what is the status of our power. If you are not relying on that, if you don't know on that, if you don't know anything else, you just remove Constitution of India. I have no answer for that. वेल आई विल नॉट गो मच लॉन्गर इन दिस, ज़्यादा बात नहीं करूंगा क्योंकि बहुत टाइम हो गया है और ये समस्याएं चलती रहेंगी। भारत बड़ा देश है, बड़ा देश है, हमारे बड़ी बड़ी समस्याएं हैं और कश्मीर तो एक समस्या है, लेकिन बहुत बड़ी है। अभी नागालैंड की भी समस्या शुरू होने वाली है, और भी समस्याएं आएंगी और आएंगी, और ये समस्या है तो और भी समस्याएं साथ में आती ही हैं। दुनिया हमसे रूठी है, लोग हमसे रूठे हैं, मुस्लिम हिंदू का झगड़ा चल रहा है, अननेसेसरी चल रहा है, और इस मन में इन लोगों के है कि इस देश को हिंदू देश बना दिया जाए, हिंदू राष्ट्र बना दिया जाए। एक गद्दी कल्पना, लिचड़ी कंपना, एक देश को अच्छे भले को चलती को टांग अड़ा देना, उसकी टांग तोड़ देना, वही कर सकते हैं जो भारत के गद्दार लोग हैं, और इसमें ये लोग आते हैं आरएसएस वगैरह। इस तरह से देश को सोचना गिराने के लिए, दिन परिश्रम करना जाने के लिए, गिराने के लिए, that is not acceptable. Country is country, people are people, and we respect ourselves. Only then we will respect you. Otherwise, we have to pray to God that give us strength to digest these atrocities, these outcomes of adverse actions of our prime ministers in public, and public must submit to God and all his prayers. That is what is happening. If you can save us, save us. Because God is great. God is great, and we are part of God. So take your power to God. Your power. We have to find solutions. We have to find solutions. No way out. If you find, fine. If we don't find, we will suffer. Nobody else will suffer. We will suffer. There's no one else to suffer on this earth except ourselves. And if you want to suffer, suffer. आपकी इच्छा, प्रॉब्लम फेस करनी है करो, समस्याएं फेस करनी है करो। देश आपका है, समाज आपका है, पैसा आपका है, मेहनत आपकी है, सब कुछ आपका है। समाज को बांधना है बांधो, तोड़ना है तोड़ो, हिंदू मुसलमान करना है करो, जातिवाद करना है करो, एक दूसरे लड़ना है करो, जिसको मारना है मारो। अगर यही आपको अच्छा लगता है तो इसी को सही, लेकिन फिर आप पब्लिक के नहीं कहलाओगे, आप देश के नहीं कहलाओगे, दुश्मन के कहलाओगे। With this, I shall take a closer of this small talk, and because this can be discussed for hours together, but there is no relevance in that. Main is that we are in problem. We have to solve Kashmir. Prime Minister is not interested to solve that. He wants to kill those people as it is, which is not acceptable. 55 days, they are under force, and I think in mind of Prime Minister is continue to torture them and kill them as it is, without food, without staying. That is not acceptable. You have no right to torture them, to kill them. This is policy of RSS. Nazi, I think this thing same way. No sensible Prime Minister could do that. But our top educated scientist Prime Minister has done this. This is not acceptable to me, at least, the citizen of this country. If you accept, that's your problem. I don't want to associate with such prime ministers who can go to such extent to kill people or to nearly kill people. He's doing that. Society God knows it's right. Right? Society is beautiful and impact. I would say धन्यवाद आपका. Thank you very much with this. And I'll close this. जय भारत, जय विश्व.